What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of G Show. In today's show, we're going to talk about how a restaurant decided to ban kids under the age of 10. So we got a restaurant in New Jersey, Italian spaghetti restaurant called Nettie's House of Spaghetti. And they said they will no longer be allowing children under 10 to dine in the restaurant. And apparently this has caused some fuss on their comments from families. And then you got other people that understand. First of all, before I tell you about my opinion, basically, they say on their Instagram and their Facebook, they say, we love kids, we truly do, but lately it's been extremely challenging to accommodate children at Nettie's between the noise levels, lack of space for high chairs, cleaning up crazy messes, and the liability of kids running around the restaurant. We have decided that it's time to take control of the situation. So from that quote, it tells me they must have just recently had an incident that just set them over the edge. Because the line about the liability of kids running around a restaurant, first of all, why is your child up running around a restaurant? At no point should your child be up running around the restaurant. That is a problem. So it seems like they must have had a recent incident where that happened, and then that just kind of like, that was it for them. But listen, I agree. I'm very happy with this. Listen, it's a couple things I would like to be child free that I would gladly pay a little bit extra for. If I can ever have an apartment, child free apartment, actually more so child free and pet free, really pet free. If I can something like pet free apartment, I would pay extra for that. Airline or air flight with no children allowed, no babies, I'll pay a little bit extra for that. A restaurant with no kids, listen, I'm here for it. I love the kids. Kids are our future. However, kids. And some of these parents are not disciplining their kids. They let their kids do whatever. The kids talk to the parents crazy, so they just let them walk all over. And then what happens is they come into public and they don't know how to act. And it sounds like that's what happened at Nettie's House of Spaghetti is they got some kids there that didn't know how to act, and they said, hey, they're tired of it. So, of course, you got the people that's like, well, how are you going to know if it's 10-year-old? Will you be checking my birth certificate at the doors and whatnot? Like, come on. Basically, you know. Of course, they're not going to be checking birth certificates at the doors, But clearly, a 5-year-old is not going to be able to get in. So, I mean, if you got somebody that's like a borderline around that age, but they look older, I don't think they're going to be questioned like, hey, is this child? I mean, they might ask a question. I'm not sure. They might ask a question and just, rely on you to tell the truth. But I don't think they're going to go to the extreme of anything. But I think it's more so they clearly want the clearly toddler type children not there. Is what it appears to be. And I'm behind their decision. Like, going back to their quote, kids are noisy. They scream, and don't let them be mad. They will cry. They're loud. And then the cleaning up the crazy messes, I totally understand that. Listen, I did substitute teaching. I used to have to work the lunch, the cafeteria as a shift or whatever. Listen, little kids like to do some nasty things with their food. Just be doing stuff. Just pouring milk and stuff that don't need to be poured in and just making a mess. I totally understand, and I can understand why they say clean up crazy messes, because the kids probably just leave stuff all type of ways, and I know these parents are not cleaning up. I know they're not. I mean, I know it's a restaurant, so you might not have to clean up, but at least like when I go to a restaurant, I'm not just going to just leave a table looking crazy. Like, I'm a stack stuff or either like gather everything in one central location to make it as easier on the busser as possible. Like, grab all my napkins and just have them all on the plate so that when they grab the plate, they can just easily toss that into the trash can. I'm just not going to just leave stuff crazy. And I can see, these parents with these kids, the kids have probably even took the food and rubbed it all on the table and that was all dry. And, it's just extra work for the busser. So I'm not against them for wanting to do this. I totally understand it. And I feel people shouldn't give them a hard time. I understand, families want to do things with their kids, but they also need to understand that they need to discipline their kids and make sure their kids know how to act when it comes to doing things out in public and not go outside acting crazy. So let me know your thoughts. Do you agree with Nettie's about banning the kids, or you say they shouldn't have did that? Subscribe if you haven't already. Check back later.